Hi, and welcome back to the Getting Started course. This is lesson number 7, where we're going to be talking about how you can maximize your social media strategy with CoSchedule. This lesson is a great lesson for new CoSchedule users who are just getting started with their new marketing calendars, or marketers who are looking to save time and effort with their social media by using CoSchedule. This lesson talks about 5 different steps in order to maximize your social media strategy within CoSchedule. The first one talks about creating social media messages in CoSchedule. That includes standalone messages, social campaigns that are attached to a project, as well as standalone social campaigns that are not attached to a project. Finally, we'll finish off this course by talking about some of the advanced social media strategy features within CoSchedule. The first step is to understand the different types of social messages that exist within CoSchedule. There's 2 different ways to schedule a social message in CoSchedule. You can do a standalone message, which is great for one-off things that you want to post on social media, or you can do a social media campaign, which includes several social messages that get posted to your social channels over an extended period of time. Social campaigns are usually used to promote things like blog posts, videos, events, or web pages. So let's get started by scheduling one of those standalone social media messages. Head over to your CoSchedule calendar and open up the plus sign on the date you want to add your social media message to the calendar. Choose the option that says Social, and then choose Social Message. Here you can add your social profile, and then add any text you want to include. Then you click Save. And that's how you create a standalone message within CoSchedule. The next step, which we talked a little bit about in the previous lesson with attachments, is to schedule a social media campaign that's attached to one of your projects. Just as a refresher, what you want to do is open up a project on your calendar that you want to attach that social campaign to. Add an attachment and choose Social Campaign. Here, you can add a series of messages that will drip out to your audience over an extended period of time. What this does is that it ensures more of your audience is likely to see that message, and it also drives more traffic to your blog post over time. The next thing you can do with a social campaign in CoSchedule is to create a standalone campaign that is not attached to a project. This can be any sort of initiative that your marketing team is doing, but it is not necessarily connected to a certain project in CoSchedule. To add a standalone social campaign to your calendar, click the plus sign on the date you want the first social message in the campaign to be published. Then choose the option that says Social, and then you choose Social Campaign. And this creates that social campaign-like attachment that you just connected to a project in CoSchedule, but it just creates that standalone way to schedule those messages that will drip out to your audience. The next thing we are going to talk about are 3 advanced social media strategy features that exist within CoSchedule. The first one is the Social Media Optimizer, and what this does is it allows you to write better social messages that will resonate with your audience. I'm going to go over to the CoSchedule calendar and open up a social message. I'm then going to click the option that says Analyze. The Social Media Optimizer will tell you how you can improve that message so it performs better with your audience. You can do things like increase the character count to have it perform better, or add emojis, which will help get your audience attention. The next thing we're going to talk about is the best time scheduling. What best time scheduling is it takes into account the times when your audience is most likely active and engaging with your content online, and pushes your social media messages out at that time, so you, in theory, will have better performing social media messages. In order to use best time scheduling, choose the option to schedule your message at the best time. Next up, Requeue. You might have heard a little bit about Requeue, and it's one of the most popular features of CoSchedule. What Requeue does is it allows you to reschedule evergreen content to be promoted again at a later date without any work on your own behalf. What this does is it ensures your social media channels are always filled with great content, so you're never sitting stagnant, and it also ensures that those evergreen blog posts that you work so hard to create will always be getting great traffic to them. To add a new message to Requeue, simply click the Requeue icon at the bottom of the social media message. From here, you can create a new Requeue group or send it to one of the pre-existing groups that we've created for you, including evergreen content. You can also choose when you want this message to expire. So if you want to send it a certain number of times and then have Requeue expire it, choose this option. Or you can choose that it will never expire and Requeue will never show that message more than every 2 weeks, so you'll never get that message again in a 2-week span. That completes our social media strategy course for new CoSchedule users. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I hope you learned something new.